Hello guys, in this lab we are going to configure to allow access only the PC management to access via telnet on all three routers, like such as router 1, router 2 and router 3, and we are going to restrict user 1 to have any session or any telnet session to the routers, to all of the routers. Okay, right now if we test router user 1, it has an access. It can access to any, it can telnet to any of the routers. So telnet, for example, if we telnet this router 3, so we can telnet using on this loopback, because it has a loopback address right here, 3.3.3.0. so any reachable IP address you can telnet using any reachable IP address of the router. You can establish a connection. So now you can see we can go in, we can telnet on this user. So it says Cisco, enable, Cisco again, show IP route. We are in of router 3, and same likewise we are on this PC, we are on user 1 right now. So same likewise we can telnet on R2, which is 2.2.2. You can use that too. You can see now as well at the same time it can telnet in R2 and can telnet in R2. So now what we're going to do is we are still on R2. So what we're going to do is now we verified, we can even verify if we can telnet on R3. So let us verify on R2 in R1. So you can see now we can reach any of the routers. So this guy can reach any of the routers via telnet. So what we're gonna do, we only allow on this one, but we're gonna restrict this one. So this PC will not have an access to will not have a telnet will not have access via telnet to these routers. So that we have a scenario here. It says ensure remote access is only allowed on management PC, which is this guy right here, not this guy. This guy will be restricted by using ACLs to achieve this goal. We got it, that one. So management PC is also for connectivity, is used for connectivity testing, the server providing DNS SMTP. We come back to this, but our goal now is to ensure that access is only allowed on PC and PC management PC. So how are we going to do that? One way we do that, we can access this access list right here. We can. I'm going to create on the routers. So before we do that, how are we going to accomplish this task? We need to configure access list on all the routers, and then apply the access list into a line VTY, and this is how we do. We are on router 3, and then let me bring up on router 1, and then let me bring up on router 2. Okay, now we are on all routers. Okay, so now we will start on router 3 to start restricting on router 3. So this is the way we configure access list. For example, we use standard is just in this situation we use standard. So let me pick up just what, as you can see, access list standard is 1 to 99. So I'm picking up just the very first number, and then I'm going to say permit. What am I permitting, or who am I permitting? I'm permitting only the IP address of this management PC. So I'm going to use host because it is a host, right? It's just one PC. So I'm going to permit only this PC right here, yeah. And the PC IP address is, let us confirm. PCC, yeah, this is the PC IP address, IP config. This PC, the host IP address is 172.16.16.10. So we're gonna restrict that one, 172.16.16.10. And then what are we going to do? We're going to go to live ETY. So if we say live ETY now, 0 to 1,869 line is open. So we're not gonna restrict restrict all these lines. We're just gonna secure 0 to 4 because for these purposes. But it has so many lines open. But we're gonna for this reason, or in this demonstration lab, we are originally it used to be 0 to 4, but now it just because of this router is virtual. We have many connections. We have many lines open. So we are going to secure 0 to 4, and then we are going to say access class. This is the command, and then we pick the number of the access list that we configured, which is in this case 1, and then inbound or outbound direction, because this guy or this user is just going in. This user management user is just going into the router, so the access will be in. Okay, at this point we established it successfully to allow this connection to allow this PC to have a telnet session on all of the routers, and by default this one will be denied, because once you create access list as a permit then it will deny all the other access list, all the other IP addresses on this segment. So we permit. If you say permit, then it's gonna automatically deny any other IP addresses that try to access to the routers. So in this case it's user 1. So let us try user 1. User 1 was able to telnet router 1 and router 2 and 3. So now we haven't finished the configuration of the routers yet. So let me go to router 2. Router 1 is the one we accomplished. So let me say show run, because I'm going to copy all of the access list, and this one I'm just going to copy. So I just copied. I just copied the IP address. So now, the access list. So now I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to go line VTY 0 to 4, and then access class number 1, which is the access list, and then inbound direction, and R3 is same. That's the access list 1, permit host. Oh, I didn't say host. Okay, I said in here host, but here it didn't show me host. So let me just say here, I think it might work as well, because by default this number is going to be a host. So let us try 0 to 4, access class 1 in. Perfect. So now let us try if R1 can access, if user 1 can access on R1. So it's now accessing. As you can see, connection has been connecting, and the connection has been denied. The connection could not open to the host on port 23. So that means we restricted. So the connection failed. So it BC1 and user 1 cannot telnet on R1. What about R2? It shouldn't telnet. So now R2 is cannot even telnet because we restricted by default by allowing only this host. Then automatically we are restricting any other IP address and going to the routers as of through the telnet. So now let us try a user 1 if we can telnet and router 3. So now we cannot telnet as well. He cannot telnet, as I said, as I said before. So you see, you cannot telnet. Okay, what about user and management PC? Management PC should telnet any of the routers. Let us try on R1. So you see, successfully telneting on R1. So now we are, as you can see, in R1. Okay, what about R2? As you can see, we are able to telnet and R2 as well. Yeah, show IP route in R2. So we are in R2, which means the connection is successful. We have accomplished our aim. So let us try the final. It can telnet on router 3. So as you can see, we can successfully telnet. We successfully telneted in R3. Okay, if we say show who am I, or show who, I don't think it's gonna support show session. Yeah, only. So that is we are in R3. It's just virtual, so something it doesn't support like show who, like the real routers. So we have successfully accomplished by creating one access list, permitting host. We are directly denying all the other IP address. And I hope this lab has been informative for you, and thank you very much. See you in next video.